to join.
Right on. Cool. More than merry.
Well, I think for this one.
Yeah, just this one. Okay, gotcha.
Just to kind of give you guys an idea of where travel and tourism dollars are, and kind of
I got some quotes on new things.
cool.
New artists, new person to set up.
Can you hear us, Mayor Green?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You sound terrible.
Sorry, I'm not there in person. You don't want me to be there.
Oh, sad.
Are you Jeremy?
I've been sick for like a week, so hopefully tomorrow is the day that this breaks. But
Oh, yeah.
so I don't know if Christy's coming or not, but I'll just start off by saying we kind of left the last meeting thinking, we were going to go to travel and tourism meeting and get everything approved, and we just got some feedback from the committee that essentially, Jeremy can tell you, but essentially that this has a possibility of getting out of control, and we kind of thought the same thing. So it was good feedback, and now basically I think we need to come away with a scaled down version of it. Maybe we have a smaller band just at the gazebo on Saturday after the parade. And then, hi Christy. So I think we could work on that. Maybe even find kind of a bigger name local band. And then we don't have to pay for the stage and all that other stuff. But anyways,
So
Jeremy
there's
can go
tidy
ahead.
whities and socks.
What was up with that?
Did you see that list? That was the funniest ask. The last band.
What was
we were
up
gonna
with that?
have
The
is
Hanes?
Hanes, and socks, and it's like,
And
That was weird.
Not to forget the tidy whities.
Well, after, I did watch that last tourism meeting, so I knew that this was coming, and I spent a little bit of time the last 2 weeks, and I know we had talked about Zach John King. He was the warm-up band for the fair this year, so I reached out to his manager again, and I got his rider and his price. And then I reached out to a company in Jackson that the town of Afton uses for Oktoberfest and other events for a stage. And this quote came in at $10,000 for the stage and 10 to 15 for the artist. So it would be like 25,000 for both.
that's what we were kind of thinking last time.
Yeah,
That we would be right at 25, but then it just kept,
yeah. And he doesn't have crazy asks for.
thank you, Chris, this is amazing.
I also reached out to Ellie Mae. She's
Oh, yeah.
done.
She was at Mountain Days.
Yeah.
She
and-
just played in Jackson. She's a big deal now.
Yeah,
Oh wait, is
she
that? Am I
has
thinking the right
not-
person?
No,
Oh, she's been.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ellie Mae. She hasn't got back to me yet. I talked to her yesterday and we're waiting, or this morning, and I'm still waiting to find out if she's willing to do it.
Okay, well, I think this is a lot better than,
Well, and these guys, this is like, this Epic Craft for the stage and sound and everything, this is just the full-blown, it could be less than that depending on what
Yeah.
the artist needs.
yeah.
The nice thing about it is they are gonna be in Afton on the 3rd, so they could just set up on their way back to Jackson on the 4th, so.
Love it, thank you. Jeremy, what are
Chris,
your
what
thoughts?
was the total again? You said it was how much for the band?
The original quote was 10 to 15, they didn't narrow it down, so it sounds like there's some negotiation in there whether, on how much to pay him, but no more than 15.
And then, obviously, we're gonna save a bunch of money on all the extra stuff that we weren't anticipating, or, that we knew.
Well, I could email this rider to you, well, I guess I could email it so you could see it.
Yeah. And
wasn't his setup like twice the price? Wasn't it like $25,000?
Yeah, the thing is, we're taking most of his responsibilities off. He just needs to bring the sound equipment, unless this guy has his own sound equipment, and then, you know, that's the part that we don't have, that we need Dave for.
Because the quote for the music out of Jackson includes all the sound and, oh, I don't know. It includes everything, the stage, the sound, the lights, a generator for power.
See, we don't need a stage though.
So,
Cause you're pretty set on doing it just in this, at the Civic Center outside?
Yeah, I think we need to just scale everything back. And it'll make a lot of sense. Right after the parade, we can have, you know, the DJ that goes right into a concert at whatever time we want. Have all the food vendors right there. That's where everyone's going to be.
And that was kind of the thought is, one, for the benefit of the vendors and everything, is to keep that focus kind of right over there, as opposed to moving, that kind of moving circus, so to speak, of, okay, now let's, you know, so this way we're giving vendors, you know, more business, and more people around, and then also just that focus of just keeping people right here, and the cost.
Yeah.
The cost was just,
yeah, that costs.
What's everyone's thoughts on that?
I love it.
and then, and I'm sorry,
Simple.
or I'm just catching up, you guys already got a quote from Dave,
Yes.
previously? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like,
And keep in mind that was for the big concert down at the,
it was like,
Oh, okay. So I mean, having something like a music or a music in the mountains set up, which I want to say is around 5,000 to 6,000,
Yeah, that sounds right.
if I recall. If it's a setup like that, then that, I mean, that's what Dave charges. I want to say that's what around Dave charges us for the setup for Music in the Mountains weekly. So if that is something that is presentable, then that would be, you know, roughly half the cost of this.
Isn't that more of for the season for Dave? Because 5,000 for doing the music per concert, that's way more.
Yeah,
than
I
what
think
we pay
that's
the
true.
artists.
That was for the whole season, I think.
For the
wasn't
whole, oh, that was for the whole season?
I think you're right.
So even cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to get it,
Does everyone think we can pivot to do that? And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's possible, yeah. Don't you
you want
guys?
to get a quote,
I do, I think.
quote from
spending
Dave for the
15
new,
Yeah.
so we're comparing apples to
Apples to
apples?
apples?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like this Epic Craft. If you were to see this, Eric, this is really reasonable, but it's probably for the whole package. The
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
yeah,
things.
and
Yeah,
then
it
We
he
don't
shows you
need
here,
this anymore.
event lighting, backlight,
he
A1
said he
audio,
could
A2.
scale that back, but that was just everything that was there that was presentable, or that was available. So
Oh.
Awesome.
that was the highest it would be, obviously. So if we don't need all that stuff, then obviously you can cut like the stage out and all the other stuff. Because he has done, Eric, this is, I don't remember his last name, Eric, he has done stuff for, the Thursday night thing.
Oh, for music in mountains?
Yes, he has done it a few times. Because Shay's actually the one that gave me his name. and
Oh,
I
okay.
And I reached out to him.
Oh, okay, so he knows, has a
He
good
knows.
idea. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would think our goal would be to give the contract to Dave, because he's a local, he knows everything, but, I mean,
But yeah, it's always
There's
good to
nothing
compare
wrong
apples
with-
to apples, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be interested in if this caliber of artist would be willing to perform
That I do
Yeah, that- I
not.
guess
without a
that's-
stage.
I
yeah.
would say probably not. Are we gonna pay $10,000 to
Right.
$15,000 for somebody to play under a gazebo? I would say no.
Yeah, that's true.
Start looking for more.
I guess I don't understand. What's wrong with the gazebo? I don't know. What's wrong
Well,
with
he's
that?
used to doing big shows like,
But if he's getting the money and he's in a small town,
but are we willing to pay
It's an
him
intimate affair.
yeah, if that's all we're gonna blow our money on and we don't, we're scaling back so much, I don't know. I just think it sounds cool to me, but I'm not an expert.
I think it would just have to be like run through him, making sure that
Yeah.
he
Fair.
knows that it's different
Sure.
than what they quoted, and so maybe it would be less.
I mean,
It's
I
just
could
an acoustic show or
absolutely,
whatever.
I'll absolutely reach out to his manager again and say, hey, we're gonna scale it back, but we're still willing to have him, but, I mean, are we willing to pay $15,000 to have an artist of that caliber come in and play at the gazebo, I guess would be.
Right.
What are your thoughts, Jeremy? Because you're the
Well, I mean, my.
tourism board in the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, my thought on, tourism board, I'll give you two thoughts here. One, my personal thought, because I see a bit of music, I love live music, and I really love intimate shows. So as far as like paying a premium price, I'm all for paying a premium price for a more intimate show, as opposed to a premium price where you're essentially assholes to elbows with everybody, and that's just not my scene. So I like that. I don't know the artist. I don't know what the artist brings as far as the tourism. That would be the hope on behalf of the tourism board. I'd say if it's a well-known artist, especially regionally, that can bring people in, and especially if we're billing it as an intimate show, I mean, I think we have a good package here, especially if we're able to keep the costs, under that, just going crazy. So, because any cost we spend here, can be spent for more vendors or, more stuff other things to keep people here. So if somebody's not a fan of the artist, be it this one or any artist we choose, they'll still stick around. Maybe we offer, I don't know if a bounce house is on it, but definitely keeping the families here, because we're definitely competing with every community in this state, if not also the region, because I'm sure Idaho has their own plan for the 250, and so to keep everybody in as opposed to like, I'm gonna go down to Thane or up to Jackson. And I know we've got the reputation of our fireworks display, so we'll keep it. So it's just filling that gap between the parade. And I think it's a great idea having the car show with Tom Petty as the winner of. I think that's awesome. That's going to draw a crowd. So, on behalf of travel and tourism, I'd say as long as it's being billed as an intimate show with a good artist and a good experience. That's what I look for. Whether I'm an anomaly, I don't know. Your
I'm
guys'
behind.
thoughts?
Are you on that board?
On which board?
On the travel and tourism
I am.
board? You
Yep.
are, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just behind.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
okay.
Thank you.
But
I
yeah.
agree with Jeremy. I love that idea. And if he's saying that travel and tourism can handle this amount, then what do you think, Eric?
And then also preface, I'm one vote on travel and tourism.
Fair, fair.
There is a majority, but I always try and make my best case for whatever projects come.
Thank you.
But I am one vote.
I agree. I think what we should do is look at our budget, our overall budget, and just kind of look at the things that are that we have to pay for outside of the artist, and then kind of redo the overall budget. And I think we'll find that hopefully we can get it down to around, let's say, 25,000 for the whole thing. And instead of, maybe 75,000 for the whole thing, and go from there.
Yeah.
My other concern with it being at the gazebo with everything else going on over there, is there gonna be enough room for people?
Yeah.
With vendors and bouncy houses and food trucks, and
That's true.
Yeah.
there's only so much area, there's
Right.
only so much area at the park. So,
Well, maybe that's where we put our heads together and we, what is around here that we can have people park and direct them like we were going to before with some signage or parking, fire station, but I can't remember where we were talking about having parking, but
Skate park,
skate park.
future school,
School,
old, ice skating area.
okay.
I know we talked about that, and then possibly a long Buffalo Drive. That'll definitely be a hit because of, or have you guys talked about Mayor, are we keeping the fireworks now? Where we're bringing this back to the gazebo area, or just not the baseball area? Are we talking the fireworks now are gonna go where they usually do, out of the baseball field?
Yeah, I think so. We can probably push it out towards the BOR just a little bit, and maybe that gives us a little bit more room.
Yep.
But we just have to get a permit from the National Forest. But yeah, I would say this makes the fireworks much easier.
Yeah, that's good, because that's what we're known for sure. But as far as parking all along Buffalo Drive, for the fireworks show. And then other parking, because we want to have a clear line for the parade. We do, has anyone talked with, Three Rivers with,
No, Bo Taylor?
yeah, with Bo?
No.
Because I know during Mountain Days, they've opened up their lot in the past for small events, but if it's something that they can, if we can have, things going on both sides of the road.
Who's that, Bo Taylor?
He's the one who owns Three River.
The hotel.
the
where
motel.
taco bus-
By
Oh,
the
Bo,
bus.
yeah,
Yep.
okay, of course.
Um,
I think so many people know how to park there anyway, because Brandy, his sister who owns the CBD store, she said during 4th of July, she has to almost
yeah,
stake her claim in front of her business because there's so many people parking there already.
yeah.
But, yeah, we're just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah, and then, I guess I don't know, maybe you guys already have budgeted for signage and whatnot to help direct traffic as best as possible. If not, then that'd definitely be something, a part of this, of like, at least a couple, I'd say probably at least $1,000, if not maybe 1,500 to two, just parking here, no parking, parking signs, or no parking signs are equally, if not more important than parking signs,
Yeah.
from events that I've done.
Okay.
So that'd be, something to think about, and just directional of like, hey, and then we can get out, social media, like we did last year, like here are the zones, here's the route, here are the parking zones, here's the, fireworks zone.
Yeah.
And then also print some of those off, and we'll post that at the library and at the post office and kind of throughout town of the usual suspects. And then, sorry, I'm also just,
No, that's fine. So are we talking about moving everything from that area to like where the ball field is?
other way
No,
around.
that, yeah, the other way
Okay.
So
We
instead-
wanted the band at the ball field along with the fireworks, right, initially?
around. Yeah.
And now it's back up here, our band, at the
At the
civic center.
gazebo.
At the gazebo, yes.
Well, and it might help too, I don't know who owns that piece where they used to rent the food trucks or nests.
Oh, isn't that
Dave.
Walters?
Yeah. it's-
Is that Dave?
Adventure
Yeah, that's
Mountain.
Dave's.
So would he let us move food trucks over there for the 4th of July, and then we would have the parking lot area open?
He's working at the fire department, he just texted me, he's working at the fire department right now. If we want, I can see if he wants to come over, or we can just create a list of questions to ask him, and I can go see him and see.
Yeah.
Because
Let's
in that,
create a list because, we need to ask them about getting an updated quote for doing the
Yep,
music.
yeah, if we could put food trucks over there for just that weekend, so for
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, then that would open up the parking lot for like bouncy houses.
Yeah.
I know last year they had another company renting that space.
The lots
for
behind the
touring.
Ace and the Bull Moose, that's like wide open over there, and maybe we could get permission, maybe even, ask for permission, but maybe even offer to, pay them to lease their space for parking.
behind the bank and and Ace, those two lots there.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one
it'd be a
that's
good
like the
idea.
circle on the GIS, and then that other one behind the bull moose. Kind of in that area.
Say we'll mow your field down and spray it for invasive species or invasive plants.
Complimentary.
At complimentary if we can park there.
Everyone likes complimentary.
So should we say, before the next meeting, that we will, look at the budget, get a quote from Dave? As far as the parking and all that stuff, we'll figure that out. We've got money in the budget for signage and all that stuff. But we just need to nail down this band. Jeremy, do you think that you'll have another, tourism meeting if we come up with, an updated budget?
Yeah, we can. We have one tomorrow, or Thursday. What we'll do Thursday, if we want to put together just a preliminary, we'll do a vote pending, this criteria, blah, blah, blah. Kind of keep it open, but kind of also set that price, if that works for you. Or we can just try and call back. It's probably won't be until January, just knowing the holidays get crazy. But you never know. We can always try, but I'd probably feel better if we just did a kind of a blanket budget, and,
For this Thursday?
for this Thursday.
In 2 days? Okay.
That way it gives you guys something to work with and kind of know, and as opposed to well, we don't know, hopefully we can get it, or, because I know what that's like, and that's not fun. So I'll do that. I'll talk to Melody to put that on the agenda. Does that work for you, Eric?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
And then do we want to be looking for other artists as well as, like, to balance in case this guy says not interested anymore?
We definitely would suggest a backup.
Where is that? Where's his rider? I don't think it specifies in his rider it has to be a certain size anything. It was just more about getting here.
Where's he out of?
Nashville.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's legit. I've never heard of him, but it seems legit.
He was probably better than the main act at the fair this year. I really enjoyed him. He was fun. He got into it with the crowd,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And is he country?
yes.
A lot of people around here like country, huh?
He's got a huge social media following.
Well, good job.
Venue
That's
and show
impressive.
requirements. These are fun.
And I don't see any tidy whities or socks on his list there.
That was so weird.
Yeah, he doesn't have any, other than 4 hotel rooms for the night of the event. He doesn't really have any requirements for,
Have you checked with the area hotels to make sure that they
I think we had hotels for the other guy, didn't we?
have actual availability?
Didn't we? We have hotel rooms blocked out.
Great.
Well, I'll reach back out to his manager after we're done here and say,
So Christie's question was, do you think we should have a backup? I always think we should have a backup.
well, I'm still,
I personally don't have anything.
I'm still waiting to hear back from the other gal.
Oh, Ellie Mae.
Yeah, this morning when I was chatting with her, she said, let me get back to it. She wanted to know how long the set would be, and that was at 8 o'clock this morning. I haven't heard back, so. She said she had to, when I talked to her on Sunday, she said she had to talk to her band.
I think it's always good to have a backup, so if Chrissy has somebody else that, she's thinking of or whatever, you never know what could change too, so.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll.
Worst case
we'll put that
scenario,
together.
Karaoke. Yeah, karaoke.
Nightmares, right?
Or we'll have-
So the next big thing we need to get on or talk about is Stephanie B and meeting tomorrow morning to look at that.
Change
Yeah.
to the afternoon.
It got moved to 12:15 PM.
We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. I mean, I can definitely, I think, go walk around and check it out, so I look forward to that.
Yeah, and it'll be good for people to meet Mariana and hopefully Charlie. They are very wonderful, generous people.
So, for those of us that don't know where we're going,
Yeah.
where are we going?
Well, I'll tell you and then I can email it out. If you, you know, Old Alpine Road, cross the bridge, past KJ's,
Okay,
and then Old Alpine Road is how you get out to the reservoir. That's kind of why people know it. Head that way and you'll see the airport on your right, and it's the biggest building closest to the street, and it has like an official parking lot. So I park in the parking lot off Old Alpine.
Oh, the
I'll send you
FBO?
directions. It's the old FBO. Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah, I ride my bike down there a lot. So you're saying that building that looks like a,
Yeah.
So if you look to your
Headquarters or
left,
something.
the house that's always been under construction, the
yeah,
last 15 years,
15, yeah,
straight across from,
okay.
You know where it is? Okay. We're going together.
We can meet
So she
at
knows.
Rollins and we can,
Okay.
Perfect. So we'll
Sarah,
meet there
can you
at 12:15.
send out an invite?
Yeah.
And I think it'd be important for you to go to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And just so Jeremy knows, that's the location for
A
the,
little bit further,
Yeah.
see how the weather is.
I missed that.
that was this, tomorrow, we're visiting Stephanie's friends that she knows for the gala on Friday night.
Oh, okay.
The fundraiser, are we calling it a dinner fundraiser? Friday night, the 3rd. We have Steph, whatever, FBO, I don't
It's
know
a
what that
hangar.
stands for.
Yeah.
Hangar.
A
Oh,
big
cool.
hangar. Great for a
Hangar
gala.
party?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
And speaking of that, I stopped and spoke with Chef Maggie, and she said for her to hold the date, she needs a $500 deposit.
we can get that, no problem.
Yeah.
Sarah, maybe ask, Monica if she can kind of check.
Okay.
Or just put it on the next billing. Actually, Chris, ask her if she can send us an invoice for $500.
Okay.
Do you want to give her my email? Yeah. You have my email, right?
Chris has everyone in her back pocket. Hold on, hold on.
Is there anything else kind of major that we need to discuss?
I don't
Did you want me ordering invitations yet, or are we still holding off on that for our dignitaries?
Is that the save the date?
Yep. Yes.
I think we probably,
Oh, he
we
can't
need
hear
to
you.
get those mailed out.
Yeah, because we can send those out without a location for where it's gonna be at, so.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So at the
Yeah, I
beginning
just
of the
need to
year-
know,
Yeah.
like that, what I sent before the last meeting, that's good to go, and how many we want to order. And then the QR code right now is pointing to the 4th of July page on, assuming that will be the one that will stay that URL and be updated, then, okay.
right.
So yeah, just let me know how many, and I can place the order and then, submit reimbursement, I guess.
Who does it ship to? Like, who are we sending these to?
There's a kind of a running list of
People
the
the city
governor
invites to.
and yeah, like yes.
Was this it, Christy?
No,
No, something different. Okay, okay.
Could you send it out again and just, so it's on top of everyone's inbox?
sure.
Then we'll look at it and just make sure everyone, like, has any last minute comments, if there's any, and then, yeah, we'll get those sent out definitely before the end of the year.
I just need to know how many.
Well, I mean, we'll look at the list again, right, but wasn't it in the range of 25 people or something like that?
over the weekend.
Was there a price break for a certain amount to order?
Not really.
Okay.
Not at that low,
I was gonna
like
say,
when we get to
yeah,
75,
Price
100,
breaks are
yes.
usually
Yeah.
100 plus.
But that should still be pretty reasonable, huh, Christy? 25 times, I think you said like $5 or,
Or, yeah, I think, let's just look at it one more time, and then, do you feel comfortable paying for them and being reimbursed?
Yep,
Okay.
thanks, Christy.
you're welcome.
Okay, so tomorrow's just like a field trip then to the FBO, right? 12:15?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna be pretty quick. I told them
In and out,
not
yeah.
long. They just got back to town today. They're headed out tomorrow, so we're trying to squeeze in.
Thanks, Steph.
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds great, guys. I don't have anything else unless somebody else does.
Are there, for that list, the running list of dignitaries, is there, if there's addresses associated with them, we can like place that with the order and just have everything pre-addressed?
Oh, wow, that's nice.
So I don't know if that's something that you
Yeah, I can
have,
do that.
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Has anybody, as far as that goes, because those are for Richard Petty's foundation, has anybody reached out to him to ask if he needs any, to invite people to it? Because he has lived here in the valley before, he may want to invite people himself.
That's true.
Rebecca would know.
And the save the dates are for like the weekend, not, it's not an invitation to the gala
Yeah, I
yet.
just wondered
Yeah.
if he had any, I mean, because I'm sure he knows people that might be considered dignitaries, I don't know.
That's
Just
a
a
good
thought.
thought.
There's lots of people that they'll probably end up inviting to the gala. So yeah, we can ask Rebecca if there's anyone in addition, but I'm kind of looking for like, I mean, what we'll do is we'll send one to Richard Petty, we'll send one to Kyle Petty, we'll send one to a few of those people, and we'll get all their addresses. And then we'll have a specific invitation, I think, for the gala later.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I think I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go sit on the couch again for a while.
All right.
Feel better.
Feel better.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I missed last meeting. Did anything earth shaking or shattering?
No, it was right before the travel and tourism, and we were thinking we were gonna do the band still. So now we're restarting basically.
Okay.
Sorry.
But she's, no, that's okay, because I think it's gonna work
Yeah,
out.
way better.
Answers
Way
are
better.
better than maybes. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And then Chris jumped on it, you know, we had a couple of conversations, and she jumped on it and already has some really, I think, viable bands.
Awesome.
That would be great.
Well, and we could also reach, I have the list of bands for Music in the Mountains and all their contact info from Shay, so we can totally reach out to any of those that we like. If you guys heard
This is
any of
a
them.
complete shot in the dark. Is anybody here affiliated or know somebody affiliated with the Horseshoe Music Festival they do up in Jackson? At the Virginia and.
No, but I know
Like I said,
people, I know people up there,
It's a
so.
big shot in the dark, because,
What's it
that's-
called?
it's
Horseshoe?
called the Horseshoe Festival. It's Dwayne Betts. I don't know, oh gosh, what's his dad's name? Anyway, Allman Brothers band. And-
Greg Almond?
Yeah, well, Greg
He's-
Allman, but Dwayne Betts is, oh my gosh, I can't think of his dad's name. Anyway, he was in the Allman Brothers, and Dwayne, has a place in Jackson, he and his wife put it on, and, they basically pull all these, a whole, I think we counted 17, 18 musicians at one time on the stage. And it's an intimate kind of deal, but he pulls all these crazy talented musicians from Nashville. That's kind of what got me thinking, like, oh, Nashville, I wonder, you know. But like I said, it's nothing, it's not in our price range. It's more in
So
the,
wish-
yeah, he's my buddy. I don't think he's doing anything. You know?
right.
Yeah, because even the show they put on, I have no idea how much money they're losing.
Yeah.
Because it's a very intimate show. There's maybe a couple hundred people there. And the prices are, I'll say tickets were $50 or maybe even $100. But the amount of talent that is there was mind blowing.
Well, doing this at the gazebo though, we're not gonna have any control over it.
Yeah.
It could really get out of hand,
Yeah,
depending on who's there, because there's only so much space right
yeah.
there.
Well, it's also the music, like, I mean, even though this was everybody's very reserved and relaxed, and it's not a crazy party kind of crowd.
But at the fairgrounds, right? It's at the fairgrounds?
This
Yeah.
year was at the fairgrounds,
Yeah,
yeah. Previous years, it's all been at the Virginia.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the first year they moved
Gotcha.
to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, I highly recommend, you're into that next year. 'Cause it's,
Never heard of it, horseshoe.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
kind
never
of a
heard
shoe
of it.
festival. They do a tent with